All right, so in our next section, we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite topic here. We're going to be talking about money. All right, we're going to be talking about cash. And notice I only have a $10 bill. I mean, I don't know what you expect from me. I'm on a teacher's salary here after all. So first thing we need to ask, though, when we talk about this idea is how is money created? And this seems like it might be a trick question, but see if you can figure this out. Is it created by the United States Treasury, banks and borrowers, or by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing? And when we talk about money, what we mean is that it's created by banks and borrowers. All right, the government really prints this stuff, currency. Money itself, money creation, is a byproduct of fractional reserve banking. And we'll talk about this idea as we go through. But first, let's start with what we use money for. All right, money has a very specific definition. Money has three basic functions. One, it operates as a medium of exchange. All right, we use it, to pay for goods and services rather than bartering, a chicken for a barrel of nails or things of that nature. The second thing we use it for is that it's a store of value. Money has this capability because we know that this $10 is going to be $10 now, $10 in the future, so it can be held for future purchases. And third is that it's a standard of value, right? It serves as a yardstick for measuring prices of goods and services, right? We know soda costs $1.50, or we know that you can go off the dollar menu at McDonald's, although that's changing as well. So when we use this idea of standard of value, we can use it as a yardstick of measuring for how much things cost. All right, and so part of what we talk about with money isn't just this physical stuff that we hold in our hand, but also what's in our bank account, a transactions account. Transactions accounts are bank accounts that permit direct payments to a third party, right? You can write them a check, or you can send them, you can use your debit card to pay for things as well. And since that substitutes for physical in-hand cash, right, we count that as a form of money as well, right? Because it's a liquid asset that can be immediately used. All right, so the basic money supply then, which we refer to as M1, is currency plus our transaction accounts, the most liquid form of assets, the most readily available, right? In October 2010, that was, you can see here, right, $1,779 billion. And so when we talk about the money supply, keep in mind, this is only part of it, right? This is only about half of the money supply of M1, right? The other half is balances in our checking accounts, our savings accounts, our liquid assets. So that might lead you to think that this, right, a credit card would also count as money, but it doesn't. Credit cards, right, do some of the functions of money, right? They're a medium of exchange. They allow us to pay for goods and services, but they're not, right, not a form of money. They're a payment service. There's no store of value to that, so they don't actually have all of the characteristics of money. They fit some of the criteria, but not all of it. All right, other things that fit some of the criteria, right, what we call near money, all right, short-term CDs at banks, right, a 6-month or a year-long CD, money market accounts, money market mutual funds. Those all qualify as near money, and so they're part of the extended money supply, what we call M2 or M3. So when we talk about money in class, we're going to keep it pretty simple, pretty basic. Just talk about M1. So, I mean, this is what we're looking at, M1. So our currency, coins, everything in the hands of the public, traveler's checks, demand deposit accounts, so that's things like your checking account, your savings account, right? Liquid assets, credit union accounts count as well. So that's our most basic supply, right? And we can have other parts, M2, M3, that get really technical, but we don't want to worry about right now. All right, so I hope that you've got sort of the basic definition here of money. When you come to class next time, we're going to be looking at this idea, talking a little bit more about cash, credit cards, things like that, and doing some work with that. So make sure that you answer the Google form on Blackboard, and you guys will be good to go.